So what is a bond? A bond is one of the only ways that school districts can issue debt.
I can't hear it.
Oh,
Can you move over here, maybe?
sure.
Okay. The microphone really doesn't seem to go other than to the camera.
Yeah, it is just for the camera, and I don't have a super loud voice. I'm in finance, I'm not a teacher. I'm talking about why we're asking for a bond. So a bond is one of the only ways that school districts can issue debt, and they are specific to funding for capital improvements. So all of the projects being proposed here are capital improvement projects. And if you're familiar with the Colorado funding model, we are one of the lower ranked states in terms of our per pupil funding. So the amount of funding that we have available for operating expenses is already stretched very thin. So in order to be able to do large projects like capital improvements, new construction, we do have to issue debt in order to do those projects. So that's what a bond is. I like to describe bonds as very similar to your own personal mortgage. The district issues the debt and sells the bonds. We get cash up front in order to be able to fund the projects, and then we pay that back over time, typically 20 or 30 years. So in the question that we put on the ballot, what we're actually asking the community for is to approve us to collect a mill levy sufficient to pay that debt back over time, which is whatever that year's scheduled payment is. So we have spent about the last 2 years doing a full master plan project across the district. And the outcome of that body of work has been to identify projects that the school district needs in 3 areas: career and technical education, workforce housing, and critical maintenance for our buildings. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to some of my other colleagues in the room, and we're going to talk a little bit more about each of these areas.